It's not coming, so.
Okay.
I'm going to call the meeting to order, the Human Relations Committee. The purpose of our committee is to create an atmosphere of inclusion, equality, and accessibility through education and outreach to recognize the value of a diverse community. Do we have anyone here for public comment? Heather?
After last month's meeting, I just wanted to suggest that it would be, I think it would, as a public member, I think it would be nice if you did notify the people from Mandan that they were nominated for your humanitarian award.
Yep.
And I think it would also be nice to let their city administration know, just so they're aware that they don't have something like that and people are getting nominated to hear to fill that role.
Yeah, that's good feedback. And maybe we'll circle back to that when we talk a little bit about the humanitarian award. Any other public comment? Thanks, Heather. We're gonna move to considering the approval of minutes. Have you guys looked through this? Do you have any concerns, changes? Minutes from May. The only thing I noted is Levi's last name is spelled incorrectly. I know that came up when we were doing the plaques. So I think that would be my only suggestion I'm seeing.
Water bottle in here?
Oh, yeah, there it is.
It's over.
It's all that one. I figure I'm just.
Okay.
I did ask first.
Do I have a motion to approve the minutes?
I make a motion to approve the minutes.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. All right. Next on the agenda is community conversations. Joan, do you have any updates from the subcommittee at all?
Yeah, so a lot of our feedback on topics that we would want to discuss further is, or the next topic, I guess, would be still related to homelessness, but kind of affecting the resources of housing, transportation, food. A lot of stuff that was brought up in terms of, and then also what services that they have that we need now. So I think that was the disconnect. That we needed to make sure they know what resources are out there. And how do we do that?
And on this, I was going to suggest if maybe next time if we do a community conversation, maybe in our booklet regarding like the one we give at the door, if we can include some addresses, resources, names, phone numbers, like, because that is a piece of information I heard the last time people were, oh, I didn't even know this service exists. I did, and you know, they are talking when verbally you can hear, but then while you're out of the community conversation, you kind of forgot the name, you forgot the name of the organization, you forgot who is the responsible for. So I think would be helpful if in that booklet with information, we would include some, this is like 1, 2, 3, 4 organization, you should go if you have this needs on different topics.
And on that note, I can share, we have that done already at the Dream Center. It's
Oh.
like this.
Yeah.
Available when you walk in on our community board, to print them out. I can give us a copy if you want to put them, we can have those up, but it's broken down into topics of areas that you want. It's pretty good, really proud of it. But people just want to walk up instead of starting all over again.
And I have one, and I don't know if it's the same one as the Dream Center, that it breaks down to like if someone would need anything regarding food on a certain day of the week, it'll
Okay.
tell you exactly where the food pantries are, it mentions the Dream Center, all of that, mentions Ministry and the Margins when they have their food pantry. So I'm not sure if that's,
You can look at, and then we have all the thrift shops listed as well,
Yeah.
so we have that all, and we can kind of look and see. If you're looking at the one that's on the Homeless Coalition website.
That's the one.
still up, That's some of it's outdated. We had a social worker interning with us. She called everybody on her list, and we got names of people, and everything, so we're able to get that outdated because people move around. But yeah, we can combine and share, and I think it's a great idea.
I'm sure we can put a whole lot of information, like every little aspect or detail. But the basic, like big names of big organizations that are already in the community, their names, their phone number, and if we will remember, it was one lady that said about volunteer, like where the volunteers would go if they want to help, kind of like, or if we have by the time any names of volunteers that will help. These are the people you address to, and they will direct you in, because, we'll not be able to put pages of information, but the basic, where you go first, like, what will be your first stop for help?
What you're saying, since Katie wasn't there, is there's someone who volunteered at Heaven's Helpers like weekly, and then people would reach out to her as far as where they could go to get other services, and she wouldn't
Like
know.
navigation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and she wouldn't know, so help them navigate, be like, here's who you can contact to help you with that.
Up to a person, basically.
Yeah.
Um,
What
okay.
would be, like, it makes me start thinking about, like, what would be our goal as a committee in continuing community conversations related to homelessness, or like evolving it into services? Because it makes me think about, where do we fall in terms of our like impact and influence, right? And what is most important for our committee to do? I really liked the point, Denise, that you're talking about of like, let's not reinvent the wheel. And the power of our community conversations has been telling stories and making connections that may or may not be happening within our community. And so I think that whatever topic we choose, I think that we need to be really clear about the why and what we hope to get, like want our community to get out of it. Makes sense. So I guess like, can we use that as like just a thought process here of like, if we focused on service, or, we've done things related to housing,
Transportation.
and transportation.
Twice.
Yeah,
And we also talked about like public safety,
yeah.
diversity and inclusion and cultural understanding was one. And then
Yeah.
neighborhood revitalization and beautification.
Is there nothing in regards to mental health services? I thought something came back with mental health services.
Yes,
Yeah.
sort of the resources, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't know which one we want to pick. Do we want to pick now or?
It would be good for us to have a solid idea, because we aim to do these quarterly, but really it's like 2 to 3 times a year, right? And I think that more than likely we'd be looking at like September through November, right, to do another one.
Are we stepping out of the box if we do something like on human trafficking? Is that something we have to worry about? We're getting trained on that too. That's a big deal here. People don't talk about it. It's a big deal. I don't know if that's out of our zone or out of our thing. I'm not even sure, but
I think it is out.
just something different.
I don't think anything's out if it's like education and educating and informing, right? I think one of the things that like made homelessness powerful is that there's a lot of interest from like a city and a governance, of thinking about these things. And so,
Although we have a list of what we are thinking, like with multiple topics, how about if you print that for next meeting, or attached to the next meeting, and we can vote on? So everybody kind of look through to see what topics we have and think them little through, and then vote on what the most.
We can probably vote it before the meeting and then talk about the tally at the meeting. Or just vote for first, second, and third.
what do you guys think, for those that aren't on that subcommittee, like how do you want?
It's
this?
it's a long list.
Yeah, yeah.
Or maybe take off things we've already talked about, because we've done transportation twice and homelessness twice now.
Sure.
And we've done housing as well.
Yeah.
And diversity as well. So I think we need to look at potentially a topic that we have not addressed yet. Especially the ones that have had multiple times where we discuss it. I do think it's great that we still hand out I think even if it's a completely different topic,
Right.
that's available for people to take, because those are resources if they want. If there's other resources we want to put there, we can definitely put those out. But I think we need to go away with a new topic.
Are there any topics, you were talking about mental health and substance use, are there any?
Well, that was a big one. I haven't really researched into what a lot of the comments were from the last, but I know that gets brought up, like in a lot of the ones that we've had, those things get brought up.
Well, if we did mental health, how do you see that? Like, that's a big topic. That's like an umbrella word. So what do you see?
Just narrow it down or something. I'm not exactly sure.
Right? I think that is really important.
I think it would look the same. I mean, that's sort of.
Yeah,
I'm
because it's
a little
gonna-
biased to it, but I mean, we have a lot of service providers and mental health providers in town. And we also have a lot of people that have lived experience living in recovery. So I think.
A lot of people needing services and they're having trouble accessing services as well.
That's a part I think we would need to have to focus on. I think because we focused on a lot on housing, the triage thing, and if I'm not mistaken, the mayor's really not with the triage now, or whatever connections they have in their office. I have connections, no, but I heard he's really looking at doing that. It might have been, that was a great conversation at our last, with her name on it.
What I'm hearing is the proposal is, would it be the subcommittee coming back together and like formalizing that list and then
Sending it out.
sending it out and then basically voting on it during our next meeting?
Good.
Good. Yeah.
Definitely include mental health and human trafficking. I mean, mental health's already in our list, but and trafficking will include that.
Because they just had a huge conference on it. There's a lot of people
Yeah, so,
attending.
yeah.
I know a person too that got the Bush Award, traveled all over the nation, advocating and educating. We have resources for that as well.
Yeah. Okay. I guess in my world, there is a lot of conversation right now around suicide and suicide prevention and all that. That would
Right.
fall under the.
That's another one, and really, we haven't really done anything with youth. So that's a really, really good one.
That's the under mental health.
Yeah,
Yeah. Another thing I was thinking about with community conversations is, I don't know, and this may have been my oversight, like, but I didn't know if you guys had reviewed the summary from the last one. Did you guys have any edits or changes to how that was summarized? I don't know if we came to a conclusion of if and how we were gonna share that with the commission. Because last time we did a presentation, but since this is the second homelessness conversation, I think maybe where we came to last time is that like, we are gonna consistently summarize, but maybe that's something that could be shared like in a
Yeah.
memo or
Yeah.
something too. Would that be appropriate, Doug, like to report out, like to utilize our summary to share with our commission?
No, I can do that. I
Yeah.
can share that information and as informational to the entire group through email. It wouldn't have to be something that's presented at commission if you.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and you want to pull everything together and get the document.
Yeah, we have
We
a,
already have.
yeah, we have,
Great.
yeah. But I can, anything else to discuss with community conversations? Great. Next is our humanitarian award. As you guys know, we've selected our youth, adult, and organization. Sargiana Tia and I have reached out to those individuals and organizations. And I think that we've confirmed all three will be present at the city commission meeting next week on the 23rd. I just have on my to-do, we'll just sort of write a script of that. Just was gonna show you guys, this is what the plaques will look like.
oh, they're lovely.
We have them, we're here on time. Thank you so much, Whitney and Alyssa, for your help with that. Sort of going back to Heather's feedback, that's something that was really introduced last year with Sarjana's leadership was the communication back, right, to those that had nominated too. But did we reach out to the people that nominated that were,
And then no. So who I reached out to is I let everybody know that nominated someone, that won, that the person won. But I also reached out to everybody that was nominated in regards to the fact they were nominated.
yeah,
I did not reach out to the Mandan people, but I mean, again, I don't even know how many were there, three? Three. So let them know they weren't being able to be selected because they're from Mandan.
yeah. But maybe those that nominated as well.
Oh, it's just to say if that's the reason why they weren't selected, or, because I didn't tell the other ones.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, I didn't tell the ones that, besides from the ones that won, I didn't reach out to all the other ones saying, hey, we know that you nominated someone.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I really think we need to do that.
Yeah.
Unless I just let them know in the future, if you're gonna nominate somebody that's from Bismarck, I guess I could do it that way.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess the only reason to do that would just, so people just know that, you know, in the future, like, yeah, that's why who they nominated wasn't selected potentially, but.
I think we need to be very clear next year that has to be a Bismarck resident who nominates them also needs to be from Bismarck.
Oh, both non,
Yes.
nominee and
It would be, like, I like that suggestion in terms of, you know, communicating with Mandan City Administration, just to sort of let them know who would be a good point of contact.
Kim Neubauer.
I'll get the contact from you, Doug.
Sure. I'll send it to you now.
We also remember wanting to add on there if the person wants to remain anonymous, like if they nominate someone and we don't want us to say they nominated them,
Yeah.
so they can just check mark that they want to remain anonymous.
I know that Tia Sargian and I are gonna be a part of presenting the awards on the 23rd. Does anyone else plan on being there at the city commission meeting?
I'll be there.
Okay.
23rd.
This week,
Okay,
I might go if I'm free, I'll be there.
okay.
should do
I did. I admitted to Alyssa, it's not my strong suit, but, that we need a quorum for our presentation this weekend and for that.
Isn't meeting at 5?
5:15.
I don't know what time people told people to be there. I told Megan to be there at 5. I'll be there at 5.
Yeah, and I'll follow up with Tia just to make sure we'll do a reminder to our contacts. Reminder.
And the cool thing about Century, the peer-to-peer that won, the lady that's the head of it, teacher can't be there, but the principal's gonna be there.
Okay.
And some of the students in the peer-to-peer program are gonna be there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
That's awesome.
I'll try. Michaela has a T-ball practice, but it's not T-ball.
Okay.
I'm trying to, but
Yeah.
yeah, me right now.
Well, we have the presentation covered, but if you're not presenting, you will pop up and be in the picture, you know, as we usually are. We talked about like some changes that we need to do in terms of like clarification of eligibility around the humanitarian award, but since we're like at the tail end of the humanitarian award process, is there any other just like feedback from this year, whether it's timing of when we've done this or the scoring process, which we did for a second year? Is there anything else that we should be thinking about for next year?
We wanna do it sooner, so we don't have so many things to do at the same time. So we have a community, unless we do community conversation at a different time, but yeah, community conversations, humanitarian year award. Sorry, of the year, humanitarian award, close together, and then that put a lot on Kayla and communications as far as putting out the communications for all of that.
So what would be the goal of
I just say just not to have those at the same time and to do it maybe earlier.
like January, February versus?
So that's our slow time.
I think we were kind of doing it in conjunction with the high school volunteers as well.
Yeah.
So that way, that's why it was kind of later I don't know if we wanna still have them help us.
I'm not exactly sure when that's gonna come out this year, but we can
Right.
look at them helping with something else too.
Yeah, I think ultimately, I think I'm so glad that we have a youth humanitarian award, but I think that'll be something for us to work on over the next couple of years is how do we grow that? How do we get more applications? How do we get a little bit more connected to whether they're child serving professionals or whatnot, or just young people in general? So,
There is that newsletter for schools.
we put it in there.
We did,
Friday
okay.
flyer, yeah. Yeah,
We tried.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. That's it for the humanitarian award.
One question for them.
Yeah.
With the news release for the
Oh, yeah.
humanitarian award, trying to bring it up here. Share. Um. Actually, let's try and share the other one. Well, one of and this is the news release that didn't have the edits, so I'll just kind of walk through it a little bit. In this one, to the point about the people wanting to be anonymous,
Yeah.
in the Frankel-Mann section, Sally Stern had left her first name in the nomination part, but her email had a Stern something in the email. So we just kind of put two and two together and
Yeah, that one I wouldn't list a name. I wouldn't list a name. That was one of the ones that were regarding non.
if we take that part out of it, we lose the quote. And
Could we say something like the nomination shares quote,
I mean, we can dance around it,
yeah,
but that's the only way
yeah.
Or the nominator or something like that.
I
Would
mean,
like to remain anonymous or
I
something.
don't think you need to put that, just like the nominator said.
Yeah.
Amanda doesn't always talk, or whatever she said.
Yeah. I think we could still quote it. Honestly, we don't have direct feedback that the person wants to remain anonymous. We just, because of the lack of communication and it being a wrong number, we thought maybe someone just put in a name. And it may not be a real person, but we don't know that for sure, right?
Yeah, I called the person and she didn't answer, and then it was the wrong number. And I checked a few times that it was the correct number. Even asked the lady, is this the number I'm calling? And it was. And then she hasn't replied via the email she had. So that's why I wouldn't put the name.
I contacted Megan and
Megan doesn't know.
I asked her about the name and she knew of the person.
She told me she didn't know of the person.
And so, yeah, so it sounds sketchy at best.
Yeah.
She nominated herself.
Absolutely not.
I thought about that, but no, I mean.
Not when you know Megan and how Megan responded, there's no way.
Like
She
was
thinks it could have been like a
extremely
family
surprised.
member. There's like 6,000 residents she's served at Home Manor. So she thinks it's a family member that could have nominated her. I just prefer the name not be in there just because of everything that's happened.
So, yeah, we can definitely cut that part out.
I also noticed, I think Levi's name is spelled incorrectly in this.
For which part?
And it's. Yeah, it's Engelstad. Yeah, it would have to be changed throughout. The reason there was confusion is the person that nominated him did spell his last name wrong.
Which is strange because she works for the staff.
But I mean, that's a, It makes me want to look at his email again. I just, want to double check it so many different times. Yeah.
So that means we'll have to change it.
And so Caitlin, would this go out tomorrow?
Honestly, it was supposed to go out today, so
Okay.
after the meeting, I'll just kick it out.
There's one more.
I was gonna change it up here.
There's two more. There's one at 13.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
More.
Is there anything else you need from us, Caitlin?
I think that should be good. I'll fix that. And then there was a couple other, you made some suggestions just to cut out some stuff to shorten it,
I was thinking that. Yeah.
which
Yeah.
I have no problem with, but that was the one question I
Yeah.
had, just about if we wanted to,
Yeah.
so we can definitely do that. So, okay, sounds good for me.
Awesome. Thanks for your help with that. The next up on our agenda is the Hobie Student Leadership Presentation. A few months ago, city administration, I think, received an email looking to be connected to the HRC because they were hosting a student leadership seminar this next weekend. And essentially the ask was for someone from the HRC to do a presentation to the student leaders. They're from all around the state because they wanted students to hear from community leaders, like people that are doing sort of community-led work. And so we considered that, and we have put together a presentation. We do have a plan to present to Hobie on Saturday morning. And I just wanted to make sure you guys knew that. And a lot of it is really going to be from the fact of not only what is the HRC, but who are we as, citizen volunteers. So we're really focusing on like some feedback or what are some lessons that we've learned in our like our committee work. But then a lot of it is we're just going to be doing a panel and sort of panel questions for Joan, Tia, and Sargiana to share a little bit about their leadership journey, not only with our committee, but in their leadership in starting businesses and nonprofits and serving people in our community. I'd be happy to, I do have it on the drive to share out what that presentation is or where it stands right now. But we just see this as just sort of an opportunity to share a little bit about our work. I don't know the percentage of people that are going to be there that are from Bismarck versus around the state. We thought when we took this on, this was going to be like a big auditorium of.
It was when I went to it, it's many years ago.
It's 17, 16-year-olds.
So at least they'll make a difference in 17 people's lives.
Yes. So we plan on,
Intimate,
but
intimate.
yes, intimate.
So another
16-year-olds.
Yeah.
Another thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put them in groups, or they're gonna be in groups, I guess, they're already in groups, but they're gonna talk about something that they can do in their community as far as an activity to make a difference in their community and who they would need to reach out to partner with to do that, whether it be a bigger city or a smaller town. I know some of them are from Bismarck, but some of them are from smaller towns, because when we had asked before, I think there was like 4 people that signed up, so at least we got to 17.
Yay.
Do we know where at BSU?
Yes, it's in the big multi-purpose room, right? Like when you walk in to the right, where we did the push-up movements.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
What does
so that's a big room.
HOBY stand for?
Hugh O'Brien Leadership Seminar.
Aaron asked me down like, oh.
Hugh O'Brien is the one who started it.
Our leadership lessons from HRC, just so you know, I've themed these. I haven't gotten feedback yet from everyone else, but I hope they're okay. Is partnerships and relationships. You can't change a community you're not connected to. honor the people already serving, recognize the work, name the people. It's our way to really talk about our humanitarian award, to talk about these are your neighbors, and really think about ways that they could be getting themselves connected to people that are already doing amazing things wherever they live. Listen to lived experience. The expert in the room isn't always the one with the title. You don't always need to reinvent the wheel. The best leaders build on what already exists, and every little step matters. You rarely see the impact of your work in real time. Do it anyway. So under each of those themes, we're talking a little bit about how does that connect to what we're doing with HRC, and then adding some tips of, because that afternoon, they're going to be coming up with their own projects. So, and then after we sort of talk through those things and the connection, then it will be like Sargiana telling her story of being a Hobie student, and then just hearing from, you know, our committee's greatest asset is our committee members and all the incredible work you guys do. And so telling a little bit of that story. So I just want to make sure you guys knew that we took that on. And we'll see how it goes.
We'll get free t-shirts,
And we get free t-shirts.
because they ask for t-shirt sizes.
So any thoughts, feedback, anything to add with that? We'll let you know how it goes.
Do you want me to bring like, samples of what, or, event trifolds or brochures or anything?
Think so. I mean, in my opinion, like, I think a lot of what you're gonna share is just you and like, you know what I mean? But you could, you could just
Yeah,
in case
it's-
people are local, you know?
That's true. They're.
Yeah. Yeah. So, that is this Saturday at 10 a.m. at the Bismarck Career Academy. Community events. So I wanted to do debriefs on 2 events since our last meeting. The Cultural Expo, which was on May 30th. How did it go?
It was lovely. It's really nice. You did a great job.
Thank you.
It was fantastic. And we had a lot of interest. We had a lot of people coming up and talk to us. Wanted to volunteer. Yeah. It was busy.
Mm-hmm. Arabella brought her daughter.
Yes. So sweet.
Yeah.
Most of the time I don't have babysitters, so I have to go with her anymore.
She was so sweet.
It was family friendly.
What a
It was
nice,
awesome.
what a nice
she had a
place
great
for her to
time,
be
too.
because of what she learned there.
Right next to us was a lady with big.
Oh, Nicole
table.
Gagner.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the
Painting.
art.
Yeah, everybody will get to the table and call her and she was busy. Really loud.
Awesome. I heard good things about like the setting, right? Like the
Definitely.
ability to all
Yeah.
be in one
Yeah.
room. Because last year, at the Heritage Center, right, it was like, it was
Segregated.
a little bit, yeah, but that's great. Selfishly, it's probably nice because then people tabling get to enjoy
Oh,
everything.
yeah.
Yeah,
It was in the big screen you had up when you showed the dinner. It was amazing. That's good. Oh my gosh. Wonderful.
And the kids that dance and sing, and play instruments and.
We had the CEO of Rivera Bank stopped at our
Oh, really?
table. I talked to him for a while.
Keep an eye there.
A couple other people that are. I
If he'll sponsor next year. Both neighbors is there.
Oh, no, Holly's from the
Holly, yeah.
state immigration.
Oh,
Holly Trisca.
okay. I know Corenza Law is one of our members as well.
Yeah.
and then we had Pride this last weekend. We were a sponsor and vendor for that. How did you guys feel like that?
It was windy.
Yeah, that was.
The weight felt
was
really
cold.
good.
It was windy.
There was like at least five tents that went flying. Yeah, when we got there.
Wait, were you?
Before,
yeah.
Or was it
When
not
we set up,
right
Right at the
just down?
beginning, it was bad.
Oh,
I'm glad. That's why they moved it.
yeah.
The one thing I loved about it was working with you and learning, everything was cool. But also people thanked us for being here, and you had a few people from Beach, North Dakota who said, we need this, and we need this. So we heard people actually wanting this committee in their community, which I thought was really, really cool.
Yeah, I think just straight logistics, I made the dumb mistake of only filling 2 of the 4 like water bags at the corners, because I'm like, I'll be fine, but I have a little bit of water, you know, so outdoor events, including Juneteenth, which we have coming up, you gotta fill those things and you gotta be ready for wind gusts. And I also ran out and found rocks
Yes.
to put on top
We
of
did it
things.
last year too.
Yeah.
Big
So-
rocks.
Big rock, yes. Just to hold everything in place. But I do think like one of the things we did since last meeting is with Melissa's help, we had those new rack cards that were made, those front and back.
Yeah.
We purchased like the plastic things to keep them in place.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
that was
So
very
I felt like that helped. And then the other thing that we did was based on especially your feedback, Denise and Mirabella was like, have that one pager that like has our mission on it. I do think like one of the things and one of the suggestions that Denise made, which I think is really good, is like coming up with speaking points on like how are we talking about the HRC? Because I assume all of us talk about it a little bit differently. And so I think that that's something that we can focus on.
Yeah, so Katie, that just like a 30-second elevator speech that you
Yeah.
want to make sure we're tuned with what we're supposed to say. Then that 30-second, if they could stay longer, then they can ask more questions, but we know that we're.
It can be recognized next time when they heard this, or hear about us.
I think the goal too is when people leave, like they're like, oh, we wish we had this, that they are going to be able to talk about it and say, oh, I saw this committee with the city of Bismarck.
This is what they do.
Yeah.
Did anyone have conversations with any like citizens or residents that like issues or things that came up that would be just good to be?
The gentleman talked about wanting to have a space or just a way to connect with other people. I know he said like being homeless and being
Just doesn't know
Yeah.
where to connect with other people and feel a sense of belonging, right? Like,
Yeah, I wasn't sure exactly like what,
Yeah.
if he was talking about a certain group of people or. Cause he talked about that when we mentioned homelessness and he's like, yeah, I don't have a space to connect. It's like, okay, I didn't want to pry.
Yeah.
Really, but
he was also saying something around like wishing there was some coordination of like the refilling of those little pantries
Oh,
around the
Oh, yeah.
community. Is there any coordinated effort for that, Denise, or no?
Well, I do know that there are people who go around and clean them out, because I saw them
Kathy.
with United Way. I mean, we'd see, we speed fillers up and we see the same people coming every day and then they go around. But everyone who has them, it's for whoever had it's that organization, so there's no coordination. And some have gotten vandalized this past year.
Yeah.
So. But there's Put the Dream Center 365 days a year.
Yes.
Yeah, just send them to the Green Center.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
You want that and little thing?
I do follow them on Facebook, Free Little Pantry.
oh, they have
A
a
lot,
page.
yep,
Oh,
yep, and a lot of times when one is empty, someone will comment on there like, hey, the one by the Y is empty, so then we know to go fill it.
Or some people comment when they fill one too.
Right,
So
yep,
I don't know
yep.
if he even has social media, but if he does, a lot of times they'll do that. I always feel the same one day. Tyrion Universalist Church, because it's closest to my house.
I feel the one at
I
the,
feel
by the
that
Elk
one too.
School.
Yeah.
You guys are so nice. Surrounded by angels.
Sounds like Pride went well.
God's workers.
There you go. It
Um,
was a lot slower than usual. Been Pride for like 5 years. It's the slowest by far.
Maybe because of the wind.
I think because of was it Dune and Buggy, whatever. it's
Buggies
called?
and blues, yeah.
That was going on and the tattoo show was going on, which was amazing. There's so much.
Denise had to go to the tattoo show. Denise had everything going on that day.
So busy.
Was it longer than usual?
No.
No.
Zero time.
Yeah. We have Juneteenth coming up on Friday, and that'll be Tia, Betsy, and I that are staffing that table. I will reach out to Tia. She has all the materials and make sure she fills those water bags.
You're gonna need to take more materials if you want bags, because we ran out of bags. Like by the time,
Bags are really tough.
by the time I was there, we were out of bags.
Yeah, it was no big.
okay,
So I know for sure. There's tons of lifesavers.
Okay.
The
Snickers.
cards are fine, the stickers are fine. It was the bags that were out. And the can koozies, there weren't very many left. I don't know how many we have, but.
okay.
What about the sketchbooks? Those are
That was
popular.
getting, I don't know if we had, getting a little low, but we might have had more in the tote. I haven't checked it, I never checked the tote for that, because we weren't out. But I checked the tote for the bags and we did not have any.
Maybe after this, I'll just grab, because Tia and I are gonna meet at 4:30. Well, we're gonna do this setup.
Is that the Dyke Shore?
Yeah. Anything else with community events? Are there any community events that we are aware of coming up in summer or the start of fall? One of the things that I believe Tia brought up at one point, the potential of, I think, the suicide prevention walk, but I haven't gotten any other information about that. But is there any other things that we need to start putting on our radar?
The designer jeans walk for Down syndrome.
Oh, yeah.
It's in September. Kendra, I think, actually might be at the city commission meeting because she's the one who nominated to peer-to-peer.
Okay.
So I can ask her about it. If not, I can text her. I
Okay.
see her tomorrow, actually.
Sorry, Shadow, when did you say designer genius?
It's in September.
Walk for, yeah,
Walk for Down syndrome is what it's called now. I can tell you when it is because I just have something else.
and last year, just as a reminder, like we didn't have a table at the Walk for Down syndrome, but just members of our committee decided to volunteer. Event. And I think that's one of the things we thought of. I think it might be a great place to have a table. Because there were other organizations. that would be-
about.
Yeah,
There was a reason why. I need to talk to Kendra about it. I don't remember what the
Okay.
reason why was, but there was a reason why.
okay. All right. And it sounds like, so I'll sort of like refill things for Juneteenth. We have the rack cards and other materials that were value added, but then we'll work on like, yeah, the United sort of communications over the next couple of months. Because we don't have any events. Other business, Joan, do you have anything?
I don't. In terms of NDIICI events, we have the nomenclature series coming in the fall and winter. I mean, we're not talking about that now. Until I have solid,
Yeah.
maybe in the next couple of months or something.
Are those always at the Mandan Library?
Both Mandan and.
Oh, that's right, okay.
I think we can just talk about them is my question.
No, I
Okay,
mean,
yeah.
like, you don't have to.
Right.
But, Denise, do you have any other business? Arabella?
No.
Let's see.
You're done.
Go down.
I have two things. First of all, Denise, I'll take with us the other day on the podcast video and she did an amazing job. I really strongly encourage you to watch her episode because I learned a ton about Denise and her great background that she has and all that she's done for our community. So I strongly encourage you to take part and watch that. The second thing is I have gifts for everybody on the committee. As some of you may know, this is my last year because I am phasing out because my term is up. So I decided to buy everyone gifts because I feel that we've worked so well together and I've been on this now for 6 years. I feel this group has worked the best together. And I think that we're really working on making an impact on the community and what we've done and how we've grown over the past year. 6 years has been amazing. So I got everyone gifts.
Oh, my goodness.
December will be what?
Can we keep you on?
Orders. I turn on, I need to take a year off and then I could apply again. You may have
But
seen-
she will
You
be
may have seen
considered
me before.
a volunteer.
Beautiful.
Oh,
Yeah.
did you just reach out and get work?
Yeah, I reached out to them.
That's awesome. I have to be honest, when I saw them, I was like, oh.
I know. Thank you.
Wow, this is really nice.
Thank you.
What did you switch?
Nothing, I reached out to them and got the same ones that you had, yeah. Maribel did such a good job. Everybody wanted them, so I reached out, and got the same ones.
Wow, thank you.
And I will get Tina her this, she's,
Very
so I see her more than anyone.
When's your last day?
December will be.
Yeah.
I still do plan on volunteering.
Maybe we can have a after.
So can we hold this meeting like
Is there
meetings or something?
What?
Hold this meeting like meetings?
I was gonna say.
Connection still open up for us.
That's all I have.
Thanks so much, Sergiana.
Oh, I'm so
Yeah,
sweet.
we're not gonna say goodbye to you because you're gonna stay involved.
She's the reason why I was excited to be on this. I shared that. Let me give you a heads up. So I met her through the homeless coalition meeting. And she talks about this. I'm like, oh my God, that's like the only committee I would want to be on, because you care about everybody, right? And she talks so well about it. So that's what's the important thing is like, know what you're saying about the committee. So you can step with more people like me. I didn't want to join.
Not stuck with Grace.
Well, I just think you're a great mentor, right? Like when I joined this committee, I didn't really even think a lot about city government. I mean, I did, but in different ways. And I just feel like you've mentored, like, I've gotten involved in so many different things because of you, you know what I mean? So I think no matter what you do, we want a contract that you're gonna volunteer. Will you still remind us about quorum? No, I'm just-
Right.
We'll figure it out by then.
Yeah. No, okay. Well, thank you so much. That was so generous of you.
Yeah.
The only other business I have is that I'm gonna be out of service on vacation during our next meeting, and so I'm not going to be here. And so I'm going to work with Joan as the vice chair to put together that agenda and run the meeting in July.
That's why I was like, why do I have a meeting with Katie scheduled on my calendar? That's what.
Come on, you don't want to just meet with me?
I will
Yes.
not be in the July meeting, I will be in my country.
Oh, fine.
So I will be gone.
Do we have?
We'll still form.
July 15th, right, is our next meeting.
Yeah.
We'll be here.
Okay. I just wanted to be communicative with you guys about that. And so, like, I think with the goal of you guys voting, for example, on, community conversation or. All right, I think we're adjourned.
Cute.
Thank you.
I'm in town.
Thank you.